Now we are going to start with the next chapter called as interest rate swaps. First sum introduces to the swap transaction. No need to write anything with solution as well as what notes has been typed and given to you. Okay. Now, please. Lot of concepts will be involved as a swap chapter progresses. Okay, very important chapter. Please see. Let me read the question that gives you a swap transaction. From there, we'll start our discussion. Okay. A 3-year swap is initiated on March 5, 2010 between Microsoft and Intel. Microsoft agrees to pay a fixed rate of interest at 5% per annum on a notional principal of $100 million, and in return Intel agrees to pay Microsoft a floating rate of 6 months LIBOR on the same notional principal. The agreement specifies the payment to be exchanged every 6 months. The floating rate of interest on various reset dates happens to be as follows. 5th March 2010, 4.2%. 5th September 2010, 4.8. 5th March 2011, 5.3. Like that, they given up to 5th March 2013. Interest rate may be given more than required, also given for safety. A. Calculate the net cash flow to Microsoft and Intel from the swap arrangement. Comment upon Microsoft and Intel position regarding shorting or long position in bonds. This is a question that has been asked. Okay. A minute time I'll give you. Please read this paragraph and try to visualize what Microsoft and Intel has done. Okay. You try to form an opinion, then we can just start with our discussion. Please read the question once again with concentration. Next 3 classes is going to be only about what? Interest rate swaps. Okay. Now, are you following? That is tomorrow, that is next class, Saturday's class, Sunday first session will be about what? Interest rate swaps. Then we'll be discussing the currency swap in the next session. Okay. Now go through the question quickly. Shall we start? Okay, listen here. 2 parties entered into agreement. Who are the 2 parties? Microsoft and then Intel. The agreement name is interest rate swap. This agreement is alive for how many years? 3 years. Agreement is a swap. Swap na exchanging. The word swap means what? Exchanging. That is, Microsoft and Intel are exchanging 2 types of interest rates. What interest rate here? 2 types of interest rate. A fixed rate and then what? Floating rate. I already said now that 2 types of interest. One is what? Fixed rate and there is what? Float. Fixed rate remains same throughout the period. Floating rate is a reference rate. Okay. MIBOR is fixed or floating or floating. Today 3 months MIBOR is something different compared to what? Tomorrow. Then it moves up and down or not. So they are going to exchange 2 rates. Namely what? Fixed rate and then what? Floating rate. These are the class fixed to floating swap. What swap here? Fixed to floating swap. Respond? Yes or no? Now understand that swap can be floating to floating also. I can exchange MIBOR against LIBOR. MIBOR is one rate, LIBOR is one another. That also can be one exchange. Fixed to fixed cannot be exchanged. Another is nothing say the floating that. What I'm saying. So, but the most popular swap is floating and fixed being what exchange. Okay, now look at the transaction now. Two parties, namely what? Microsoft and then what? Intel. Microsoft agreed to pay. Agreed to what? Pay. How much percent? Agreed to pay 5%. In return, what is going to get? LIBOR. So Microsoft agreed to pay what? 5%. In exchange for what? LIBOR. If you are Intel, what you agreed to pay what? You agreed to pay what? LIBOR. In exchange for what? 5%. Respond yes or no? Okay. Now, two interest rates are exchanged. Namely what? LIBOR against what? 5%. Microsoft is going to pay 5% in exchange for what? LIBOR receiving. Intel is going to pay what? LIBOR. In exchange for what? 5%. Okay. This exchange is going to happen for how many years? 3 years. 3 years, 3 times or 6 times. Once in 6 months, interest is going to be what? Exchange. That is at the end of 6 months, LIBOR is there or not? It will be exchanged against what? 5%. So understand that both persons are betting. Microsoft bets that LIBOR will be decreasing. So that LIBOR will be increasing. Microsoft is bullish about LIBOR. He feels that over the 3 years period, LIBOR is going to want to increase. So he want to receive the increasing LIBOR to pay what? 5% fixed. But the Intel is bearish about LIBOR. He's going to want to bearish about LIBOR. He want to sell that falling LIBOR for how much percent? 5%. Both should be having an opposite opinion about what? Interest rate to enter into the speculation transaction. So no. You buy a TCS share, I sell a TCS share, tell me why you sell a TCS share? I am bearish and you are buying because you are what? Bullish. Same way it happens in what? This also. The interests are going to be exchanged what? Every time. Once in what? 6 months. For how many years? 3 years. So how many interest exchange happens here? 6 times. How many times here? 6 times. Either we can also what? Interest swap agreement. Everybody point number 1. Yes or no? Okay. Now, how it is exchanged is, this is like an FRA only. Like what? FRA. Oh, for example, 6/12 FRA is that. What happens at the end of 6th month, I'll compare the 6 months LIBOR against what? 5% and fix the amount or not. That amount fixed is not going to be paid in 6th month, paid on what? 12th month. So what I fix on the previous date, I settle on what? Next day. Understanding? 6/12 MIBOR. So 6/12 MIBOR we discuss FRA or not? Forward agreement, a 6/12 forward rate. That means I suppose a person is buying 6/12 forward rate. Buying what? 6/12 forward. That means what? He is going to receive a MIBOR after 6 months. In exchange for what? A fixed is suppose 5%. And he will be making gain or loss or not. The gain or loss is fixed on what? 6th month. Settle on what? Always I fix on a day and settle in what? Next period. Okay, that's a fixing day. That's what a settlement day. This is also FRA only, but it's not one FRA, 6 FRAs. Interest and swap is series of what? Forwarded agreement. So always what is determined in the previous reset date, I'll just pay on what? Next reset date. Always the swap has got 2 days here. Fixing date, settlement date. Fixing date, settlement date. Today what I get is already determined in the previous 6th month. What I am going to fix now, I want to go pay a receipt in what? Next 6 months. They always knock off the interest and pay what? Difference. A notion principle of $100 million. Everybody, are you have the clarity or not? Okay, now listen here. How I'll explain this? See. Now it's going to have how many FRAs here? 6 FRAs or not? No. Either one alone is spot. Okay. I am going to have 0/6. Okay. 0/6. Next is what? 6/2. Once in 6 months now. Next is what? 12, 18, 24, 24, 30, 30, 36. The spot is on no. Okay, now 0/6. First fixing date is first swap date itself, initiation date. Today, what is the floating rate? 4.2. What is the fixed rate? 5. So Microsoft is going to receive 4.2 to pay how much percent? How much percent? 5%. So he is making 0.8% loss or not? This 0.8% loss determined today, Microsoft has to pay after what? 6 months. Okay. At the end of 6 months, 5th September, the floating becomes what? 4.8. So Microsoft receives what? 4.8. Has to pay what? 5. It books a loss of 0.1. So the loss remain on what? 6th month. It will be paid on what? 12th month. Now on 12th month, what they say? Rate 5.3. Microsoft is going to receive what? 5.3. Pay what? 5. He books how much gain? 0.3. The gain determined on what? 12th month. He will pay on what? 18th month. Like that, this is all the LIBOR that happened on the respective days. We are seeing a post-mortem, what happened in the swap. So this is what is known as what? Swap cash flow. What they decided in the previous recent day is paid on what? Next recent day. What is going to be the swap cash flow on 5th September? He decided on what? 5th March. What happens on what? 5th March 2011. Decided on what? 5th September 10. What happens on 5th March 5th September 2011? Decided on what? 5th March 2011 and so on. So what is going to be received or paid on the next settlement day? He fixed it what? Previous recent day. Everybody yes or no? You understand that swap cash flow, the first cash flow is known. When I enter into swap, the first cash flow is what? Known. In today's spot rate, I know it or not. Then certain one party advantage, and don't ask me now. There's a way of fixing the fixed rate. We'll discuss in swap pricing later. Can I say? So please understand that in our swap transaction, first cash flow alone is known on the date of signing. Today, myself and you signed the interest rate swap or not. So on today's signing date, the floating rate was 4.2. What the fixed rate? 5%. So on the first settlement date, we surely know that Microsoft has to pay. Intel has to what? Receive. But what is going to happen from the next settlement date, nobody knows, because it all depends on how the LIBOR what behaves at the respective reset dates. Let's have the clarity enough. Now, reset date is a date on which I reset the interest. I want to reset the interest. The resetted gain or loss will be settled in what? Next settlement date is a transaction. Everybody yes or no? Nothing needs to be written, including answer being I have typed and what? Given to you. Can I continue with my discussion or not? All of you following or not now? Tell me the dates on which cash flow happens here. First swap cash flow happens on what? Today, 5th September. First cash flow happens on what? 5th September. At the rates determined on what? 5th March. The second cash flow happens on what? 5th March. Rate determined on what? 5th September. Like that. 6 cash flows are going to want to happen in this interest rate cash flows, swaps. So what is the money received and paid by what? Intel Microsoft. Let us see in that table below. Can I start or not? No. So what you have to do is, only one thing you should do in the classroom notes. Are you having the classroom notes? Are you having the classroom notes or not? In that, one space given. That alone you copy. That is nothing but Microsoft, Intel, what they are paying, what they are receiving. This alone you copy. Remaining no need to write. I'll complete this sum in another 5 minutes. Can I say, please copy this quickly. Transaction understanding it? Yes, sir. Question yes or no? Fill just micro, Intel, 5, LIBOR. Over. Shall I proceed? No, all of you. You should answer. Don't look at the workbook and read it. Don't look at this and read it. You tell me the answer. First of all, first let us complete the transaction understanding before proceed. How many years swap? Yes. See, there are swap even up to 50 years swaps are there. Insurance company and all enter into swaps very frequently because their liabilities are very long term. Insurance company agrees to have pension, annuity pensions and all. They want to protect them against what? Interest rate changes. They go for what? Such a long term swaps. That's one of the reasons why swaps are becoming what? Popular. India not taken off so much. Can I say? So, look at this. What are the term of the swap here? 3 years. Frequency of exchange, how many months? Every 6 months. And any gain or loss interest is or not? Will be applied on some principal or not? What is the principal? 100 million. I call as notion principal because nobody pays this principal or what? Receive the principal is only what? Knocked off. Can I say? Next. What the initiation date? 5th March 2010. Can I start or not? No. All of you, you should tell me the calculation. Okay, please. Date, fixed rate, floating rate, Microsoft, Intel. All interest rate divided by 2 and tell me why. Interest rates are per annum. My transaction was 6 by 2. So always the per annum should be divided by what? 2 and tell me because the swap cash flow is into 6 by 12 should be multiplied or not. Now, all of it tell me what are all the swap cash flow date. My first cash flow happens today or after 6 months after. My first cash flow date is what? 5th September 2010. Second cash happens on what? 5th March 2011. Solupa. Third swap cash flow on what? 5th September 2011. Fourth swap cash flow, 5th March 2012. Fifth swap cash flow, 5th September 2012. Sixth swap cash flow, 5th March 2013. Yes or no? When we are signing the agreement today, we know only one thing is going to happen. What is that? 5th September 2010. What is going to be paid is known today itself. All the remaining, only who knows? God knows. When the interest rate increases, Microsoft jumps up and down. But when the interest rate decreases, Intel what does somersault. What I'm saying? So it all depends on what interest rate movements on what future date. Response is or no. Now let's start doing the calculation. Now fixed rate, no need to calculate here. 5% divided by 2 is what? 2.5. Always fixed rate leg in the swap will be always what? 2.5. Response is or no. Now this is a 2.5 to be paid by whom? Microsoft. Received by what? Intel. This 2.5 is a payment amount for Microsoft and received amount for what? Intel. That's why I have the clarity or not? No. And floating rate you have to find out or not. 5th September I'll be receiving or paying what floating rate? 5th March floating rate. What is floating rate on 5th March? 4.2. Divided by 2 is how much? 2.1. That is on 5th September, the floating rate to be received or paid is determined in 5th September. Earlier recent data, earlier. The previous date is what? 5th March. 4.2 by 2 gives you what? 2.1. You know, clarity irka? No. Next is 4.8 by 2 gives you what? 2.4. 5.3 by 2. 2.65. Next is 5.5 by 2. 2.75. 5.6 by 2. 2.8 and then 5.9 by 2, 2.95. 6.4 is not required because the next cash flow is not going to happen. This is not a recent day, last day. That's why I have the clarity or not. So what is the next recent day is paid based on what? Previous recent day floating rate. Is the clarity? This alone following or not? All of it tell me first. First swap cash flow is for Microsoft against Microsoft. Microsoft will be paying what? 2.5 to receive what? 2.1. He makes how much loss? 0.4%. How much million? 100 million. The loss is 0.4 million. That's what I'm saying or not? Minus na negative outflow. I'm writing the numbers in what? Million. What the loss is how much million here? 0.4 million. Sollupa, yes or no? Okay, now like that, you tell me for the remaining. Okay, tell me. Next is 2.5 minus 2.4 gives how much? Minus 0.1 million. Microsoft has to pay 2.5, receive 2 points. How much it is going to be? 0.15 million. 2.5 minus 2.75. 0.25 million. Microsoft is going to receive. Pay 2.5, receive what? 2. What is receiving? 0.3 million. 2.5 pay 3.9, all but is 0.35. What is plus for Microsoft becomes what? Minus for Intel and then what? Vice versa. No need to calculate once again. Yes or no? So in first two swaps, Intel is going to what? Receive. Then it's going to want to pay. These are all the swap cash flows for what? Intel and then Microsoft. Point number one. Everybody. Yes or no? So this is how the swap cash flow what happens. It what happened. Simply this is forward agreement only. If I enter into only one FR, I call a forward agreement. I enter into 6 forwarded agreement in which 5 are forward rates. One is what? Spot rate. 1 spot rate and what? 5 forward rates. He's called as what? 6 swaps. So it is as good as what? FRA only where a floating rate is exchanged for what? A fixed rate. One person pays a floating, another person what? Receives a floating, and in exchange for what? Payment received on the fixed rate. What is fixed on the previous recent day is paid in what? Next settlement day. The first swap cash happens after what? The 6 months. Fixed in what? Spot date itself. He is what I understand regarding what? Interest rate swap transaction, prima facie, everybody. Are you all understanding or not? Yes, sir. Can you go for another 5 minutes discussion complete here, please? You know, you'll be having a full discussion. Please, 1 minute, please. Okay, now, please, stop that. Another 5 minutes, I'll complete my discussion. See, let us understand the transaction much more in depth. Okay. First point is, okay. Already explained, this is a series of what? Forward rate agreements. Okay. Now, I ask a question. In this swap transaction, who is having risk? Microsoft or Intel? Both are having what? Risk. Microsoft is having a receivable risk. Intel is having what? Payable risk. This transaction is equally risky for what? Both the parties. Risky for what? Both the parties. So swap, both are taking what? Risky portions only. One is having a risk in inflow, one is having what? Risk in what? Outflow. Point number 2. Everybody yes or no? Okay. Now, this fixed rate fixing is very important in swap. Suppose LIBOR against 12% I fix now, who will be very happy? எப்படியா மக்கள் who will be very happy? Intel. ஏன்னா Intel receive what? Fixed. இது fixed rate இங்க ரெண்டு லெக் இருக்குப்பா. Floating rate leg, fixed rate. இது fixed rate leg is fixed very high. Party receiving it is having an advantage. கரெக்டா? இது fixed rate leg is what? Very low. Party paying it is what? Having what? Advantage. The fixed rate should be properly fixed. இதான் we can swap pricing. LIBOR should be priced against what rate? So that both the parties are equal at the time of signing the agreement. Yeah, agreement should not be favorable to one, adverse against one other. I should be having a median or what? A mean LIBOR rate in such a way that, what I'm saying? The LIBOR should be priced. The price of LIBOR is a fixed rate, 5%, 6, 7, etc. The LIBOR should not be priced too high, nor should be priced what? Too low. Otherwise, it will be advantage to what? One party. How to fix that LIBOR is one of the very interesting issues in what? Swap. Swap pricing. It's called what? Swap pricing. This is one of the concepts to discuss in the later part of the chapter. Let's have the clarity or not? So this I wanted to communicate. It should not be highly priced or what? Lowly price. LIBOR again the 5%, even the question or not, will later calculate. How to calculate this one? 5% itself is what? A particular problem. That is what we are going to discuss elaborately in area called as what? Swap pricing. Everybody will have the clarity or not? Okay. Now, our next point is, this swap is exchange of interest rates. Now, I can even view other ways. It's an exchange of two bonds. Exchange of what? Two bonds. B-O-N-D-S. Exchange of what? Two bonds. Don't look at the time. Listening carefully. This is all going to be agenda of the chapter. Exchange of what? Two bonds. Can I say like this? Microsoft has issued a fixed rate bond. Hence paying fixed rate interest. Microsoft has invested in a floating rate bond. Hence receiving what? Floating rate. Upon Microsoft has taken a position in two bonds. It is issuing a floating rate bond. It has sold a floating rate bond. It has purchased what? It has sold a fixed rate bond and purchased what? Floating rate bond. Is a portion of Microsoft or not? So Microsoft is having an asset and then what? Liability. Its asset is a floating rate bond. It has invested in floating rate bond. Its liability is what? Fixed rate bond. Response is no. It is opposite for what? Intel. So that means Microsoft in its balance sheet has taken two portions. One portion here, two portions. It has invested in a floating rate bond and has what? Issued what? A fixed rate bond. Yes or no? At the time of swap initiation, time of what? Swap initiation, both these bonds should be having a same value. Then only they neither start with an asset, nor start with what? Like, if I start with an asset, that means what? I am having an advantage. They start with a liability having what? Disadvantage. So at the swap initiation date, the fixed rate bond value and then what? Floating rate bond value should be what? Same. That will be achieved only when I fix the fixed rate properly. I should fix the fixed rate in such a way that the fixed rate bond value should be equal to what? Floating rate bond value, so that both the parties, when they sign the swap agreement, they neither have a swap asset nor have what? Swap liability. You know, what is the value of a bond? Present value of future interest, yeah. If the coupons are all very high, coupons are all what? Very high. Fixed coupon is what? Very high. Now, fixed bond will be having higher value. Yeah? If the floating coupons are what? Very high. Floating bond will be having what? High value. The floating rates and fixed rate coupons over the swap period expected should be having what? Same amount. So in that way, how to price the swap. So the swap should start with a swap asset, swap liability, zero value, zero value. Both the bonds should be having what? Zero value. In such a way, the price should be fixed for floating rate. But understand that as the swap progresses, the market may move differently than what we predict at the time of signing or not. As the swap progresses, sometimes LIBOR may be gaining more value than what a fixed rate. This is only futuristic now. So in that case, the person having a floating rate bond has got more value. He'll be having a swap asset. A person having a fixed bond having one less value becomes one swap liability. As the swap progresses, a zero value swap will become one swap asset or swap liability for both the parties. In that case, how to value the swap asset or what? Swap liability is called a swap valuation. Called as what is swap valuation is another issue in this particular chapter. That's why I have clarity or not. So number one is swap should be priced. LIBOR should be against what rate should be what? Price. Is called as what? A swap price. Swap pricing should be done in such a way that when a swap is signed, the swap value should be what? Zero. But the pricing is done based on futuristic expectation only. When the swap progresses, our expectation may be what? Proved wrong, where one party gains, other guys what loses at the end of swap period or not. So the swap may end up with the swap asset or what? Swap liability. How to value asset and liability is what? The next subject matter of discussion. Everybody yes or no? Yes, last point. See, last point here. Now tell me, this swap is a speculation transaction, hedging transaction, arbitrage, speculation. Purely it is what? Speculation. One is betting on a LIBOR increase. And is betting on what? LIBOR decrease. Two parties are just doing a speculation. Doing what? A speculation. Prima facie option contract, swap contract, futures contract, share buying and selling. Everywhere, prima is going to be only what? Speculation. But the same market, swap market, can be used for hedging. The swap market can be used for what? Arbitrage. So we'll discuss about swap hedging and then what? Swap arbitrage. Also what? In this chapter. How futures hedging is that? Futures arbitrage. Option hedging, option arbitrage. They can use swap as what? Hedging as well as what? Arbitrage. How to do the swap hedging and what? Arbitrage will be what? Another subject matter of discussion in this chapter called as what? Interest rate swap. I just discussed the agenda for this chapter. I saw no. So, no. 1 minute. No office no. 1 minute wait, I'll complete it. So please, now it's important here, please, don't show the urgency now, please, listen. 1 minute, I'll complete. I'll complete it 1 minute. See, swap, what I want to discuss is how to price a LIBOR in the swap. Question is now, if it's 8% fixed, 2% have to fix the LIBOR or not? So that is number one. Number two, swap start with zero asset, that is asset liability is zero. The swap gains value or loses value for one other party. Swap valuation is what? Next. How to use swap for hedging? Arbitrage is also to be what? Discussed in this chapter called as interest rate swap. Okay, now just a minute. I'm going to complete it here. Don't worry, no new discussion. Now I'm extra. All of you, please, given in the notes, please understand. Interest rate swap is nothing but all of it is nothing but what? Series of forwarded agreements. It's a transaction where parties agree to exchange what? Interest rates at what interval? Periodical interval. In the above case, Microsoft agreed to pay 5% exchange of what? LIBOR. The exchange of interest happens every 6 months. The date on which swap is initiated is called as what date? What is the date here? 5th March 2010. The LIBOR is reset once in how many months here? 6 months. And these dates are called as what? Reset dates or what? Fixing dates. The LIBOR agreed on a previous reset date is exchanged in what? Next reset date. For example, LIBOR agreed on 5th September 2010 will be exchanged in what? 5th March 2011. The dates on which the cash flows are exchanged is called as what date? Settlement date. The first reset date is obviously what date? Initiation date. Next is, both parties are the swap are exposed to risk. Microsoft is having an inflow risk while Intel is having one outflow. The fixed rate against the LIBOR should be fairly fixed. If it is too low, Microsoft is having what? Advantage. Too high, Intel is having what? Advantage. How to determine the fair fixed rate leg for the interest rate swap is discussed in what? Swap pricing in question number 12. Can I say? Next is. The swap can be understood as exchange between what? Two bonds. Between Microsoft and what? Intel. Microsoft is long. Long means what? Purchase. What bond? Floating rate bond. When you buy a bond, it becomes an asset for you. So no. And Intel has purchased what? Fixed rate bond is an asset. And Microsoft has what? Sold a floating rate bond as a liability. Intel has sold one. Microsoft sold a fixed rate bond as a liability. Intel sold what? A floating rate bond. Yes or no? No. Next is, At the time of swap initiation, both the bonds should have what? Same value. This can be achieved by fixing the fair fixed rate for the swap based on expectation theory. We will be discussing that later. However, as the swap progresses, due to interest rate changes on bond, one bond gains in value, another bond decreases in what? Value. Due to this, parties may end up with what? Swap asset or swap liability. Valuation of the swap asset or swap liability can be done in two methods. We will discuss at that time, namely bond prices valuation method, forward rate agreement valuation method. These methods will be discussed in the problem number 11 later. Basically, above transaction is speculative. MS believes that the LIBOR will increase. Intel believes that the LIBOR will what? Decrease. Hence, wants to profit from the swap. Like any other market, swap also can be used for hedging as well as what? Arbitrage. So, how to do that will be discussed in the later problems. This is the introduction to interest rate swap. Are you following?